from the EC to the GC with Wizzy.
Ai, kia ora noi te iwi nau mai hara mai koutou ki tēnei hōtako nā parakuhi I rungi tēnei reorarangi tuatahi o Aotearoa, tingo tēnei reorarangi nā Turangi FM I tēnei wā. Kua tai mai te wā mō ngā pitu kororo, mai a te coast to coast kororo, mai a Jace no the GC, rau kua hau mai te EC. Morena ki a koe, Jace.
Ata Māori e, brother.
Kia ora, mate. Te kei te pē he koe tēnei ata.
Kei te pai, kei te pai.
Kei te pai. How te time I nai nei over there in Oz? What's the time over there?
It's very early, brother. It's probably about 5:30. So once again, I'm
5:30.
not looking my best, but we'll try.
Oh, that's all right. We both of us don't look our best this morning, however. I'm liking the T-shirt you got on, though. Just do it. Yeah,
Well,
that's the one, brother. Mine's just haka material. That's all I got this morning. Anyway, so
Whatever.
I know you're going to be talking about the All Black game shortly, but what else has been happening over there in Oz?
Well, as usual, mate, we'll start with the weather. So I'll put on my official weather voice. The weather is brought to you by JT. Mate, it's going to be partly cloudy here at the moment. As I look out the window, it's a little bit of precipitation oozing out from the clouds, so it's going to be a little bit of a wet one. Currently, we're sitting on 17 degrees and aiming for a high of 26. I can't see us getting that high, but yeah, nice bit of drizzle to start the week off and to break up the monotony of the heat, which is really good.
Well, thank you very much for the weather. Now for the news.
Yeah, just in the middle of last week, Jupiter's Casino, which is the casino here on the Gold Coast, they're building a massive six-star. So I don't know there was such thing as a six-star hotel accommodation area. 17-story hotel, which reached the halfway milestone this week as they poured the slab for the 9th floor. So it's going to be made up exclusively of elegant hotel suites and opulent rooms. So there you go, opulent. There's a word for you. And the hotel will bring a new level of luxury to the Gold Coast, and it's on track to be opened prior to the Commonwealth Games in April of 2018. So I've sort of done the sums, Walter. And if you and I say and go halves, I can park my Datsun 180B in the car park for about half an hour.
What? Hey. Yeah. Sheesh.
It's going to be expensive, mate, so I think that's about our level.
Yeah. Wonder how much will they charge if you do a tandem bicycle?
Well, maybe we could do some busking.
Yeah, could do, mate. Yeah. So Jupiter's Casino. My brother used to work there as a security guard.
Oh, really?
You remember Dougie? Yeah, used to work at Jupiter's Casino. Yeah. And then I think there's is there the convention center right next door?
Right next door, correct.
Yeah. So so he used to work there as security guard. Wow.
How was Dougie? Haven't heard from him for a while?
Well, he's doing all right. Yeah, he's all good here, working at Enterprise, selling cars, and he's going to be driving buses for Intercity. So,
I'll give him my best when you see him. He's a good man, old Dougie. I remember him from the Sandown days when he was a DJ there at Long John's.
Yeah, Long John's, yes. Cool. What else have you got for us, buddy?
I just want to send out a special happy birthday to a mate of mine, Claude Wehi. Now, Claude is an ex-Navy sailor. He's known by quite a few up around the Gisborne East Coast region. Now, I've worked with Claude in Nauru, and he was one of the trainers there, and he's one of the first people you meet prior to deployment. And a really good man, very strong on his taha Māori, a good wairu about him. So, Claude Wehi, happy 49th birthday to you, brother.
Can't wait. And yeah, carry on.
Yeah, mate, a massive netball tournament wrapped up here on the weekend called NetFest. Had over 2,500 competitors. But get this, they played it on the sand on the beach. So a little bit of a different style of netball. People were throwing themselves across the court and, you know, diving and doing stuff you probably wouldn't do on a concrete court like the Victoria Domain courts in Gisborne there.
Is that just a new thing, or has it been out for a while?
Been out for at least 2 or 3 years. I know Lois, who was a keen netballer, she always reminds me that she probably would have gone on in the game if it wasn't for me getting her pregnant.
Always got to blame the male, eh?
No, it's my beard, brother, and it's one of those things I have to take. Take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin. That's all right. So, what were they calling it? Netball sand or net sandball? Or?
NetFest, which I guess is a coming together of the two words netball and festival. So
okay.
2,500 competitors, and wrapped up on the weekend. I'm not sure who the winners were, but it's more about the competing rather than winning.
All right. Participating, can't buy. All right, what else have you got?
And, sorry, send a special shout out to the Kiwi Golf Club. This is a bunch of Kiwi lads who meet weekly on Sunday mornings at various golf clubs here on the Gold Coast. It's a couple of the co-marshals involved in that, Channel Harmy. Now, if you're involved with Rangatawa or Aotearoa or ROA over there in New Zealand, you might know Channel Harmy. Of course, ROA has some deep connections to Gisborne with Peta Ngerengere, Takamaki, and Zach Tamaru. They were some of the founding brothers of ROA. So Channel's heavily involved in the Kiwi Golf Club. Daniel Waho, another mate of mine who plays saxophone. He actually did some stand-in work for Arija a few years back. And Warren Martin, another one of the leaders down there. Warren is related to the Martin family, who were very good sportsmen and sportswomen. Johnny Martin played for Harota back in the day, as did Stone. I'm pretty sure Johnny actually played for Poverty Bay, and their two sisters, Angela and Lila, very, very good netballers from the coast. So they meet every Sunday morning rather, at different golf courses around the Gold Coast. I haven't yet been invited along, so I'm waiting for that invite, boys, but hopefully next week, eh?
All right. Well, Johnny Martin, I remember I joined the army with Johnny Martin. And yeah, Johnny Martin was in the army with me back in the 80s. And we called him Rabbit. So you'll be thinking now, why are we calling him Rabbit? Well, because we seen him jump a fence. We seen him jump a fence without touching it. Just straight over. Ran and jumped straight over a fence without even touching it with his hands or feet. Looked like a rabbit as he was jumping.
I remember Johnny back at Minutahi Primary up the coast. Very good sportsman. I think he might have played senior club rugby for Hikurangi, I think, when he was still at school. And I mean, still at primary school. So a very, very good sportsman. Yeah, a nice fella, Johnny. Absolute gentleman.
All right, buddy. Anything else you got?
No, that's me, mate. I'm sort of looking forward to what you've got to say. And hopefully we're going to be talking about the recently completed local body elections.
That's right. And you'll be pleased to know that your friend, Ming Foon, got back in again as mayor. I think it's sixth term now, I think it's, they do it like four, each term is about 4 years. And so I think it's about a sixth term. So Kapai Ming, winning by about 7,261 votes.
I think you did it quite easily. Figures, is that right?
Pardon?
I think you did it quite easily in terms of the result, his votes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then second was, I think, about 3,000 votes or 4,000 votes, second place. Third was about 2,000, and then we had 200 on the fourth placing for mayor. But Kapai Ming back in again, and I think he's going up the coast this morning to RNP, and so we've got the mayoral talk back this morning. So you might be able to listen in if you're at awake at about, that normally happens about 10 o'clock. So what time would that be? About 8 o'clock where you are?
That's 7 o'clock where I am.
7 o'clock. Yeah, so looks like we've got the mayoral talk back happening this morning. Also happened over the weekend, mainly last night at the Odeon Picture Theatre. They had the city final of the HP 48-hour film festival. So people had to make a film within 48 hours. And so they had all these screenings. There were school teams from Havelock North, Trident High School from Whakatane and Gisborne. So there were a lot of teams, high school teams, and of course there were adults as well, and different companies, and they entered in the competition. And so I was the MC last night, and you'll be pleased to know that Mike Hollis took our Best Actor Award last night. Yeah, and I think Tia Takarangi took out Best Original or Song, along with Corey Garrett as well. And there were other awards for different categories like Best Editing, but Kalps Productions, they took out a lot of awards. Being Kalp's group, they took out a lot of awards last night. But the big winner was a gentleman by the name of Rob Starr, and him and his daughter. And their film was called Bromancing the Stone. And they took out the major award, and they're going to represent Tairawhiti at the Grand National Finals on the 24th of November in Auckland. So, yeah. So there we go, some interesting news about the 48-hour film festival that was here over the weekend. So that's about it I got for you for news-wise.
Have you yourself ever made any films, Walter? I know I've made a few films in my time, but none of them are for public display, unfortunately.
I've made music videos. I've made my own little. When I went away to Avalon Television School and graduated there, I had to make a film and a music video. So I have in my own time, but as you said, not available for screening. But however, I've been in a few New Zealand films. Lord of the Rings is one, and a few others, and Amelia and Aroha, and and a few TV programs.
You didn't much make the Lord of the Ring ones, brother.
Pardon? Say that again.
And I laugh. You probably wouldn't have needed much makeup for the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, no, you're probably about right. I mean, I played a Gondorian soldier in Lord of the Rings and an orc as well. So, yeah. So that was quite interesting working with Peter Jackson. And, that was pretty cool. And I even got to be a production runner for a day. So I, carried his chair, made his coffee, all that sort of stuff, and picked up his jandals. And, yeah. Anyway, so any other thing we want to talk about is now there was a netball game last night. I think in New Zealand here, New Zealanders were playing. I was asleep, but I could hear my wife. She was like, I don't know, it was about 11 o'clock at night last night, and she was cheering on and trying to cheer very quietly. However, the All Blacks and the Springboks, mate. Did you get to see that?
Yeah, just proving their class far too good, the All Blacks. And unfortunately for our lovely ladies in the Silver Ferns, they just haven't been good enough against Australia lately, but yeah, after the Aaron Smith toilet debacle, the All Blacks just kicked into gear, went up a notch against the Springboks, who are a very proud rugby nation, much like New Zealand. And they will be banging their heads against walls over there at the moment, I think, the old Saturdays.
Yeah.
Bad luck, mate. Too bad.
You think Bowden, he missed a few kicks, didn't he? In the first half of the game. I noticed a lot of kicks he missed. And, of course, South Africa were scoring on kicks too as well. So I suppose the All Blacks came in a bit late, but I mean, winning the game. I didn't get to see the final score. What was the final score? About 50 something.
Yeah, 57-15. So they did it. Backwards, I think.
Wow, there we go. That's a game to remember, I'm sure. All right. Anything else you want to mention before we go?
Yeah, just one thing, just off the top of my head. Speaking of Peter Jackson and great filming, because I know there's one in our midst. He's in the office next door. I watched their production during the week about their trip to Wellington, rather, to commemorate the passing of the Homosexual Law Reform Bill Act back in 1986. A very turbulent time in New Zealand history and politics, and a lot of mudslinging and all that sort of carry on, but a good result, and I think a win for the common man, and well done to all those people like Fran Wild, and I saw Trevor Mallard also in there. So good on them for getting that through, and New Zealand once again leading the world in terms of being a progressive society. So yeah, well done, Teresa, for the work there, and very well done.
Can't play. All right, buddy. Well, that's us for another week. And any plans for this week coming up for you?
No, mate, just work and all that sort of boring stuff, So
yeah. All I can say, mate, is just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's what it says on your T-shirt, mate. Was that just do it?
No, yeah, it's just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. Can't buy my bro. Have a good week, and I'll catch up with you on Monday next week.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Take care. Eh?
All right, ka kite.
GC and the GC brothers done. Join us again next Monday.
Bye, bro. Have a good one.
Right here on
Okay, mate. See ya.
Okay, so yeah, Wizzy can hang up. Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Monday at 10 past 8.